Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. I want to take a look at the topic of love. We shall see what we get here. I'm going to start out with two decks that have got captured my eye here. We start with the Queen of Cups. Got somebody in a luscious bubble bath here. We could have a water sign feminine who's washing herself clean. There could be something that's been going on in her life that's been taking a really long time. She is a turtle here or a tortoise. So we could say that we may have a feminine who's like in a place of love and compassion, but there's still obviously something that she's like, we'll say, shedding right now. Hi, everyone. So great to see you. Jeannie Vale, RT, Crystal Suzanne, Cataclysmic Awakening. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Okay, we have the portal. And this portal is like opening up in the middle of this massive rock. And it's like a little bit of like Outlander going on here, right? We've got like some magical rock that has it appeared hollow, or excuse me, it appeared, solid, but as it turns out, it's a transportation portal. That portal could be in her mind. It could be something inside of her is opening up. Maybe she didn't used to be the Queen of Cups. Maybe she's becoming the Queen of Cups. Hi, everybody. Wonderful to see you guys. Happy full moon, everybody. Happy blood moon. Happy lunar eclipse. Lots of great energy going around today. We have candles and we also have wand. Okay, so we definitely are starting out with the magical, mystical story, right? We got candlelight, we've got magical wands, we've got portals. Okay, so everything is changing right now. And I'm going to say probably in our character's heart, since this is about love. But let's take a look. We know she's in a beautiful energy. I kind of get this feeling that somebody feels, despite everything going on in the world, despite all of the ugliness, she's like, you know what? My heart actually feels good. I don't know if she witnessed some kind of goodness in the world. I don't know if she's believing that she can impact things in a positive light, or if she's just kind of feeling like she's in love with her life, or if she's falling in love with somebody. We have, I know we have a little adorable little piglet here with all of her toys. Somebody has a kangaroo toy. So maybe there's somebody who's been to Australia, brought back home a memento, has some kind of like little kanga stuffed animal, or maybe this gives us a location. But with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, we wouldn't normally expect that a divine feminine would be like, wow, I'm doing amazing. I'm so happy when we have this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Normally that would be somebody who could feel a little bit of a loss of stability, but for her, it may not be loss of stability. It might actually be she is shedding worries and fears and oversensitivities surrounding that topic of, will I end up alone? Or, do I not have love in my life? Or is that not possible for me? I feel like she's somebody who's not going to be single very much longer. And that could be one of the things that's making her heart feel better. God, she had so much stress at one point in time. We got the Nine of Swords. I don't know if she used to listen to like negative thoughts, or if she had a negative influence around her. And remember, she's washing stuff off in the beginning of this. It feels like somebody's just like totally relaxing, totally easing a lot of their stress and tension. Can I please see what's making all of her stress and tension go away? What's making everything better? Four of Wands. It did come out tilted, not fully sideways though. And Four of Wands says she sees a beautiful future. So this is a divine feminine who has wanted a love story. This is a divine feminine who has wanted to be having a happily ever after. And did you meet that person? Is that why, it's like, oh my God, I feel so much better. Two of Coins. There might be two people on her mind, or she may have, sometimes we meet great people and we go, okay, so all the good ones aren't gone. That leaves me hope that in time I will indeed meet a really great one myself. Sometimes it's not that she's already met the one, but maybe she's met a representation of that. Like, there are good men and good women all over this planet. The world is full of amazing people, right? one-on-one, I think the world is full of amazing people. We don't believe that if we listen to, like big sweeping statements about, news topics and stuff like that. But there are heroes in everyday life all the time. There are amazing, compassionate people that look out for each other and wouldn't do each other wrong and are very like compassionate and have a humanistic view, and they're kind to those around them and to, other living creatures. And those men and women walk this earth all over the place. And it's easy to forget that sometimes, but she didn't forget that. So she's either had somebody that represents that, maybe more than one person, and that alone is making her feel so happy. It's changing her mind, she's turning the page over. But this is making me think maybe she has met somebody and she's like, they're a really great person. That makes me feel maybe I'll end up with them, maybe not, but I'm sure glad I met them, because it makes me feel like there's this new beginning, this new start. Okay. If she hasn't met this person yet, I feel like she will. 7 of Cups. Her life, she sees all these potentials now. And again, maybe she even just met a couple that she's like, God, they're so happy. They're great. That gives me hope. I don't know. Those 2 hats, we have a baseball cap and a cowboy hat. We see her knowing intuitively, I have a divine counterpart out there. I'm still trying to figure out, has she met them, or did she just see something that let her know that that's out there for her? When we get to this 7 of Cups, it makes me think that there's still all these timelines that she's recognizing, but that she's not actually connected to anybody just yet. 7 of Pentacles. Anytime we get a double 7 like that, 7 is a divine number. Lots of times in Egyptian paintings or Egyptian artwork, if they show the sun, there will oftentimes be, 14 rays of the sun. They viewed 7s and, multiples of 7 as being, associated with Ra, the sun god, giver of all life. So very powerful, even all the way back, no matter how far back in human history we want to go. This feels like we've got a divine counterpart for sure. She's aware of it, but it's still a little bit murky to me. She may be meeting him very soon, maybe within 7 weeks, maybe within 7 days. Seeds have been planted. There's something about her life. Just like here, we see the little wish puffer has been blown, right? The little seeds are already flying out, and here the seeds are being planted. She has, maybe with this portal energy, and it could be right now. I mean, think of like this lunar eclipse maybe as like a portal energy. I definitely feel like there's something about today. The moon today is setting this positive energy and this like opening up her heart space, and she's shedding and washing off. I don't know, somebody could be taking a bath or a shower and just saying, it's more symbolic than that. I am washing away stresses, fears, negativity, worries. What if I never meet anybody wonderful? She's just feeling like that's ridiculous. There's wonderful people everywhere. And I already know I have a pretty clear, like either vibration. I know that there is somebody who's on my path. Maybe I haven't met them just yet, but it's up to me right now to turn that page and say, I'm absolutely ready. And I kind of feel like, I think this whole week is going to be amazing for this feminine. She literally, by the end of the week, could meet him, or somewhere within the week. It feels like she's sensing all of this, not necessarily like she knows exactly who it is, but the die has been cast. 8 of Swords. What's the 8 of Swords about? And this feels like we're shifting gears for a second, and we're looking back at something else in her past. 5 of Wands, Ace of Cups. Oh, so one of the things that she might actually be like maybe feeling more optimistic about. Sometimes, when we think back to those we have loved but had conflict with, right? And we can hold on to hurt feelings, and we hold on to the way things ended, and we remember the hurt. And then that like occludes our memories of, what, maybe we sucked together. Maybe we did have a really terrible ending. Maybe we got to the point where we couldn't even talk. But you know what? I don't remember you as a person I couldn't communicate with anymore. I remember you as a person where once upon a time I really loved you. And I think that's another thing, when our heart chakra opens up, when we start to like let go of old hurts and pains and prepare to love somebody new, sometimes it's because we actually kind of like we're able to genuinely have like a purge of hard feelings or some significant healing. She's remembering and even wishing somebody well. You know what? For some kind of an ex, like, babe, I wish you happiness. You and I, we never really figured each other out. We had a lot of conflict, but you know what? I hope that you aren't stuck and stressed out. I actually set you free. I liberate you, and with love. This just with the dove flying, she's sending peace and goodwill to, I'm going to say, an ex. This doesn't look like an ex coming back to her. This looks like her finally able to say a fond goodbye to them. Not because anything is different, but because she's saying the love that we shared trumps any of the conflict that we shared, and that wall that ended up being constructed between us, and the fact that I couldn't understand you and you didn't know how to talk to me. And all that might be true, but what also is true is that I actually really loved you. So of course I want you to be well, and I genuinely can release you with peace and love now. That is huge, huge, huge. If that's one of the things that is like making it more possible for her to look to her future and really turn the page, I can completely understand. It's the only way that works is if it's not just lip service, but if it's legit, right? When we can say, I really do wish somebody well. I really do. Of course I wish them well. I would never want, any ill will towards you. I only wish you well. I think that's beautiful. All right, so let's take another look here, and let's just see what else do we have going on as far as her energy goes. Anything about this new person, because I definitely feel like there's this new person on the horizon. We have got a 5 of Pentacles that's sideways, and we've got a person who's like covered in egg. But that 5 of Pentacles sideways says, it's been a long stretch of time that possibly we're going to say maybe a masculine, maybe an earth sign. We have Justice. We may have a new individual who is coming into her world. And they've not had an easy run of it lately, have they? They could be a Libra. They could be somebody who's dealt with people that haven't been very kind to them. They may be an individual who, kind of feels like they've been out in the cold for quite a while. I don't know if they've been like mocked or something here. Like, it has been very unfair, whatever they have gone through, whatever they have endured. And they're an empath. You know what? This is going to be such a great matchup for her because she's a Queen of Cups. This new person that she senses coming toward her, of course she can sense them. They're an empath. She'll probably feel their energy. Now I understand why we have like a week or two here, because hi guys, so nice to see everybody. Their energy is probably going to precede them walking into her life. And she's already very sensitive to energy flow as a Queen of Cups. Okay, so this bodes very, very, very well. Granted, as an empath and as somebody who has been treated very poorly, I will say they may need her energy. They may need to practically collapse into her arms and be restored by her tender love and care. I don't know if she sees that aspect of it coming, but she's totally released energy of her ex, which maybe was imperative, because if we hold on to energy of an ex and we're still like channeling energy toward thinking about them, she would have been a little bit depleted energetically and wouldn't be able to like receive this new partner who seems to be like, they could be coming in kind of beat up by the tides of life. She may have a really big role energetically and like connecting to this new person. I don't know if she's considered that yet, that the partner she's sensing coming toward her, knowing that there's good people everywhere, knowing that of course I'm going to be meeting one. In fact, I can practically feel it coming. I don't know if she's considered that the person she may be meeting may actually, like, she may be in a stronger energy and may be a support network for them. We got this Ace of Pentacles. And we've got these like glass slippers. I definitely feel like she is their perfect fit. She is exactly the person that they've needed to meet. And I'm going to say he is exactly the person that she has needed to meet. And Queen of Cups meeting her empath that admittedly is a little bit exhausted at the moment, a little bit, it doesn't cloud their empathic abilities. I mean, they're obviously able to, note that she's really important. And if we look closer at this empath card, we have this tiger who's actually protecting the lamb. So as fatigued as they might be from everything that they've gone through, they still don't really look like they're just coming in like broken like a bird and she's got to splint their little wings so they can fly again. They actually may be somebody who has learned how to use their empathic energy, and even if it's been sucky and even if they have been insulted and wounded by people, it doesn't look like they back down from what they believe is right. This person feels like kind of the ultimate protector, even if it is fatiguing. Like, this is somebody who would stand up for what they believe is true, stand up for the weaker, stand up for the people, and like shield others. And they're strong enough to do that, even if energetically it costs them dearly to do that. I like this character for her. She's strong. They're strong. What a nice change to say, oh my God. In the Cinderella story, it's that glass slipper that, the prince is trying to find the princess whose foot fits into the slipper, only to discover that it's Cinderella. And I have to say, this feels like these two fit each other so well. Nobody else could fill the shoes that they will fill for one another. That is a lovely energetic shift. Let me just ask this. Is there anything that she needs to do to like welcome this person into her life? Because this whole thing feels like she's already been like kind of preparing the soil, so to speak, by clearing out her old energy, no longer, holding on to memories of an ex. Just there's a nice energy around her for preparing to actually fall for somebody new, maybe doing an energy clearing. That bath can be metaphorical or spiritual. She's in a really good head and heart space. She's released an ex with love. She's contemplating what direction her life will go. She has a positive, intuition about what comes next. And it's interesting because it says, what other thing might she need to do? And we have that Seven of Swords, which is actually a card of lying or running away. So hang on. Four of Coins. Okay, so she has to prepare herself for one last thing. It's all well and good to say, you know what? I feel so positive. I feel so excited about the future. I feel like I've let go of an ex. I feel so ready. I feel like I'm not stressed anymore. I know there's great people out there and I'm totally going to meet one. Awesome. But when you do meet somebody wonderful, you're going to need to go ahead and stay in that positive and kind of like swaggering, confident energy. Don't freak out, hide, run away, and hold back and be like, no, probably they don't like me. She needs to keep her swagger going. Oh, that's a great song. Les Twins did this awesome dance to it. It's called Swag. I can't think who sings it, but anyway, it was a great dance performance. Also, there's like a live version where they dance to that. This feels like she needs to keep her swagger up. Otherwise, when she does meet them, she could like go into shy mode, and that won't do well. She's been confident all through this. Amazing. Opening up. This says when you meet somebody and they are the one that you really like, don't get into shy mode. Now that could be hard for her. Queen of Cups can be overwhelmed by emotions, even good emotions, because she's all about emotions. And if she has any tendency toward being shy or introverted, she's better at shedding old energy and being happy and being loving toward people. But if it's somebody that she really wants and somebody new and somebody she's attracted to, I could totally picture her being the kind who would then clam up, pull back, and insist they probably don't like me. And the universe is like, do not. You need to be as swaggering and confident. When you like somebody, you meet somebody, you're like, oh God, this person's so intriguing. They're so amazing. Be bold enough to say that. Be bold enough to walk toward and make eye contact with that person that you like. That's going to serve her well. Okay, universe, we've talked a lot about her because she was our lead character, but do we have a message for him? What will help him? The Hanged Man in the reverse says he has to be just as bold. No delays, no waiting. If these two have an opportunity to bump into each other within this next week and a little seed is planting, here she is, blowing the seed. Here it is being planted. So we know the two of them are on the same wavelength. The two of them will likely meet this week. The universe says to him, don't wait. Don't think you're going to get another chance to see her. If you see somebody that you like, if you see somebody who stands out to you, don't, especially if you see your Cinderella and you notice that glass slipper, if you're about to walk away, turn right back around and march right back up to her and own it. I was about to walk away and I promised myself I wouldn't do that if there's, something that I'm thinking about. This is him making a U-turn. Now, again, we have this full moon, and remember the full moon energy is about 3 days worth, is always the way I look at it anyway. I'm not saying I'm right. That's just how I see it. This is like, maybe he already saw her today or something, or he thought about reaching out to her today and didn't, and he needs to. Maybe these two have technically already bumped into each other. Maybe that's why we have all this positive vibe, but they may have already both stepped back into their little shadowy corners. And this is like, make a U-turn. This is the universe's message to him. Go ahead and reach out to her. Turn back around and go ask her for her number. Send the message you didn't send today. Do the thing. Don't wait. Don't wait. You need to just do this. Magician, King of Swords. Very nice. Speak. Speak, sir. She needs to hear from you. It keeps encouraging both of them. Don't let a good thing slip away. He's an empath. She's a Queen of Cups. That's why I think these two need some help, because they both work with energy flows and emotions. And that's awesome and that's powerful stuff. But energy and emotions, if we never translate it into communication, they could just sit there bottled up feelings and nobody ever gets a chance to express it. So that's why I think that the big, assist here is for her, hey, don't back off. For him, hey, don't walk away. Make the U-turn and go say what you need to say. If she stands out to you, if she's, the person that you've wanted to talk to, maybe you manifested bumping into her, take advantage of that moment. Don't let it pass. I really like that. I really like these two are just being gently encouraged to, seize the day. They're both getting what they wanted. They're meeting somebody wonderful. And that's just beautiful, and it's exciting, and it's nothing to pass by. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm going to bounce on over to the other channel. I still need to do an ophiuchus storyline tonight, even though it's late. And then today's topic on the other channel. But thank you guys. If you're up late with me or early, wherever you are in the world, and feel like hanging, I'll see you on the other side. Nice to see you, everybody. All the night owls. Jeannie Vale, you're first in the house. RT and Crystal Suzanne, Cataclysmic Awakening, Empress Unicorn 111. Hi, sweetheart. Peaches are juicy. Hi. Lulu, Donnie Regvel. Shout out to you in Dubai. Ginger Montague, Annette Summersby. Hi, Tina. Electro Beats, great to see you. Julie Ashby. Samira, hi. I haven't said hi to you in ages. May, wonderful to see you too, sweetie. Delighted to catch you. It's been a hot minute also. Nope, wonderful to catch you tonight. Paris Jade Humphrey, thanks for popping in. Travis Rhodes is in the house. Inner Knowing. Nick, thank you. Dancing Moon. Nice. Also, AKA Cassie. R3D. Patricia, Ingrid. Boredom. Mahan. Sweet, thank you. Yes. The French hip hop dancers. That's exactly. Thank you so much. Swag, and the artist is labeled Fresh. Thank you so much, sweet. You are so amazing. Robin G. Sweet dreams, hun. If you guys did not know this, I should mention earlier today, I did on the other channel, I put out a storyline for the blood moon. And in that, I actually did 6 different messages. And if you guys want, in that video, you can type dice in the comment, and I will roll the dice to get a number and comment back so you know which of those messages, of those 6, that you might want to listen to. Anyway, I did put out a post about it today on this channel as well with the link to that video. And I know some of you in the chat with me today, I know that I heard from you guys today. But if you didn't, don't worry, it's not too late. You can do that at any old time. But I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that to you guys. If you want a blood moon message, or if you want to listen to all 6 of them, that's fine too. But it's over on the other channel, On Kate's Regretless Life. All right, you guys, lots of love. I will see you on that other channel now. Samaria, it's an insomnia night. Well, it's a full moon, right? I know. I have felt like bizarrely energetic today. I mean, true, I have a lot going on. I'm prepping to move. So I've got a couple weeks before I move, but there's a bunch to be thinking about doing even now. But I have just been like buzzing today, just super happy and lots of energy. But I'm like, I wonder if I'm going to get sleep tonight too. Full moons tend to disrupt my sleep. All right, you guys, take care. Bye for right now.